I consider myself to be a geek about a number of things myself. So this is my favorite kind of conversation.
Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
and on Skype.
Yeah, Blood Axe.
All right. So we had, the biggest thing and what the first half of this show is going to be about is the Microsoft and Bethesda event that just happened just a couple hours ago as we're filming this. So
For once, we're actually relevant and on time.
I know, right?
Yeah, y'all are going to get this video out before, like, freaking Friday, right?
Well, it gets out Monday.
Oh, yeah, we got Blood Axe doing it. That means it will get out on time.
Yeah.
Unlike
It'll
our
be out
podcast.
at 4:45 Eastern Central Time tomorrow. So, yeah.
Exactly. All right, so Xbox and Bethesda E3 2021 event. All the biggest announcements. This is where Kotaku threw them together. We watched the event right before the show, and there were some exciting things. And holy crap, how much stuff is coming to Game Pass.
How dare you beat me to that?
Ah!
I mean, I had to say, like, the value of Game... I actually told him, I guess I'm a shill for Game Pass, man, now, because, like, the value of Game Pass is almost immeasurable. To put it into perspective, I haven't bought a game in months. And it's because every time I see a game that I'm thinking about buying, it's on Game Pass. Like, every game that popped up, we were like, man, that looks interesting. Hope it's on Game Pass. Game Pass. Like, the only thing we missed, I think, was, like, Diablo 2.
Oh, yeah, you bought Biomutant.
Oh, yeah, I did buy Biomutant. I probably shouldn't have. But literally, Biomutant is the only thing I can remember purchasing. Like, the last game I purchased was Borderlands 3, like, over a year plus ago, and then Biomutant. I haven't bought anything else because Game Pass has provided every game. Like I said, I think we counted, like, 2 or 3 games, and of those games, only one of those, I think, caught our eye. Well, Far Cry and Diablo 2 are the only games that aren't coming to Game Pass yet. Other than that, everything else.
Yeah, just about everything else I mentioned.
And looked good. I'm talking about stuff coming to Game Pass I would have bought.
So the first big thing that they threw up on the screen at us was Starfield. Now, this was still very cinematic, though.
Oh, yeah. You don't have any idea anything about the game, except there's a robot in it, too. That's about all you got.
And we still got like a year and a half before it comes out, so... It's one of those things where it's just like as awesome as I hope Starfield will be, and I'm looking forward to it. Every time I see that it's going to be this much longer out, I also know that the next Elder Scrolls game is going to be even further out. So
my boys are going to be in high school.
This was like the downer to me.
Yeah, because you see that year and a half, you're like, well, that means the Skyrim is like 3 years out. Like
minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like 2005, 2006, something like that.
But they're doing a 10-year anniversary event for Skyrim. All right.
If you want more Skyrim, go to Nexus Mods. They got you covered.
But I mean, so it looks like it's going to be interesting, but still, there's too many holes to really go. I'm excited about this.
I mean, we don't know if it's going to be on the rails or if it's going to be open world. Are you going to be exploring random planets or predetermined planets?
Dude, if it's not open world, then Bethesda just needs to walk off.
Well, I mean, open world, but there's different types of worlds. There's open worlds of you explore like outer worlds, you go to set planets. And then there's like No Man's Sky where there's just random planets. You can literally go anywhere instead of going to specific. You know how the difference between I
got what you're saying. Yeah. I got what you're saying. You're talking about an open world exploration game versus an open world adventure.
There you go. We don't even know which one of those it is. Can I just take my ship and point at any spot and just fly to that place? Or is it going to be like the map comes up and here's 5 planets, which one are you going to?
Yeah.
Like, which honestly, I'm not a big exploration guy. I'm not a sci-fi space guy, you know. I'd actually prefer adventure. But I guess I could try
for a Bethesda game, I'd prefer adventure. I enjoy No Man's Sky. I know I'm going to make Blood Axe cringe over there. since his bad experience with No Man's Sky. But I enjoy No Man's Sky and that exploration, and I play a lot of the 4X exploration games. So,
But that's my problem, though. Honestly, if I was going to do space exploration, I just play No Man's Sky. I want a good story and adventure from Bethesda, so I'm hoping this is going to be like Fallout. But yeah,
from Bethesda, that's what I look for. I look for story, adventure. That's what I go to them for.
So I'm hoping this is like Fallout in space, which we'll see.
Yeah.
Now
the next game we're up is Stalker 2, which
that looked good.
Looked really good, and it looked like we were getting some gameplay. They didn't have a HUD. So it is possible, which you pointed out.
Yeah, doubting. Well, you know me, I'm Mr. Doubting Thomas. I've learned not to trust trailers. And we were watching it here. Zito was like, "That looks like gameplay." I said, "I don't know, man. No HUD means it might not be real gameplay." But it looked good. It looked really good.
So Q was being a downer during the whole thing, but it looked really good. I'm actually I haven't really played any of the original Stalker game, so.
Man, but how much are you willing to pay? Oh, wait, Game Pass.
Yeah,
so it's all for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter because Game Pass, we can try it.
Yeah, I think Blood Axe even said Stalker looked good when he looked at it.
Yeah, that was one of the ones he mentioned, didn't you, Blood Axe?
Yeah, and especially since what was funny was I was watching the E3 show with Ego, who speaks Russian. And they were speaking Russian, and he was laughing at the dialogue, and we were talking about the game too. But you're right; it did look gameplay-ish, but with the perfect shots and no HUD display at all, I don't believe it's gameplay. I think it was phantom gameplay, in my personal opinion. But the fact that it's around the Chernobyl site, which has always been a fascination of mine. Which is why I play Call of Duty, because of the whole spot with Chernobyl. But I think this will be interesting, but I am kind of curious about the whole anomaly effects when the guy was throwing the little bolts to see how they would react with the environment. That's going to be an interesting twist. So I am really looking forward to seeing this. And like you said, Game Pass. So I can try it, and if I don't like it, great. But if I do like it, then I can enjoy a game for service I'm already paying for. So that's just a bonus for me.
Well, like I said, they've sold me a hard drive. Like, I have the Xbox S, and I've decided I'm going to go get the damn hard drive because, like, I need more space because there's just too many good games, and only being able to hold about 4 or 5. Normally, I just rotate them, but these are all coming out so tight around August. And, like, between now and August, several of these games are going to pop, and I'm going to need the space. The Stalker 2 is going to be big. The graphics on that alone, and open world told me, that's going to be several gigs minimum. But, I mean, wow. I mean, because then the next one is another open world. Like this, they're just
Stalker. I'm looking at that game probably around a 90 gig install. I'm betting.
Yeah, now that one's coming out next year.
With the way that the graphics looked on it, you know.
Yeah. But it looked like everything I wish Metro Exodus would have been, and even better, it's on Game Pass and it's not an Epic Store nonsense.
I think we can probably get a couple of screenshots here just to show off some of the
get stills.
That's what I'm doing, homie. All right, so
yeah, so the vistas looked amazing, man.
Yeah,
that is beautiful right there.
That's where the anomalies were triggering here. And I thought that was really kind of fascinating, is to see him throw the little bolts and see when they would react to things. So that one is kind of curious to me.
That was a pretty shotgun, too. And y'all know me and shotguns. That was a nice shotgun. I love a good shotgun.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I don't know, like they've thrown like some fantasy elements into this.
Well, there's definitely some mutants. Like, oh my God, that horror scene was like Aliens worthy, man. When you see it running around in there, again with the shotgun, baby. But you know, it's like.
I'm thinking more probably experimentation due to the radiation is just my blind theory on that one.
But looks good. Looks like the kind of game that I would definitely spend some time with, and I will get a chance to, because once again, I mean, I'm ride or die for Game Pass, and honestly, I can't say, I mean, I'm getting my money, man. I'm getting my money out of it every time. Every moment when I haven't played a game for a while and I start going, man, I haven't downloaded a new game from Game Pass in a while. Should I still keep getting it? Something comes out. Yeah. Like literally, I wait a couple of days and something comes out and I'm like, ooh. And you go jump and play that.
But yeah, it's another one of those that we are going to have to wait a bit for, with the 28th of April, 2022.
With what they're trying to do there and how it looks, I can understand, man. That's the graphics on that are friggin' incredible,
And
co-op.
how we said we'd rather wait a year and have a polished game than get it out too early and have the problems we have with Cyberpunk and we have with Outer Worlds. So yeah, no, I would rather wait and
Outriders.
play a polished game.
Outriders.
All them O names, man. They
Yeah, right. It starts with O. When it starts with that O, it usually leaves you going, oh.
Oh, all right. Contraband is the next one we have up. Now, this one's going to be a co-op.
Yeah, no gameplay, but co-op open world, which means I can roll with my boys and open world. It looks like a heist game because they showed a chest. So I'm like, is this going to be like an open world Grand Theft Auto? But it also doesn't seem to be situated in a city. Like, it gives off a vibe like they're out in the boonies. So I'm not sure. But co-op, open world is the first step needed. I mean, maybe it is Grand Theft Auto like that you're running contraband across the border and it's an adventure.
Did they have a release date on this one? I don't see a release date.
I didn't see one.
Nah, dude, they don't even have gameplay footage. This is super early, but they've already decided it's on Game Pass. Yeah. So that's the important part.
The feeling that I got from it was actually like post-apocalyptic contraband, to where you're running gun. I don't know. It was just the feel. It was almost like Resident Evil-ish. Without the zombies. So I'm wondering if it's going to be like post-apocalyptic type situation. But
well,
yeah,
it says
right.
Actually says a fictional world of the 1970s, smuggler paradise. So you're going to be playing smugglers in a co-op open world. Okay.
But I mean, how many times have we looked on Game Pass specific for co-op games just to be able to play something?
Oh no, that was
something.
Yeah, that was one of the things me and Q were talking about when we were watching this. Is the number of co-op games that were in this particular event. Like, there was a good number that are co-op, and just a couple of years ago, we were all complaining about the fact that there's no co-op games hardly anymore. And now it seems like co-op is where they're going again, because everything for a while there
just
was multiplayer arenas, versus and all that. So
that too.
Now, while I'm not a fan of Sea of Thieves, I gotta admit that the heavily influenced by Pirates of the Caribbean material. Because, I mean, it literally is Pirates of the Caribbean. It's got Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
It's got Davy Jones. It's got the witch character in there. And, I mean, they heavy-handed leaning on this.
Yeah, this one you got to be really careful with showing any of the trailers because it has Disney attached to it.
Yeah, you got to be really. And like I was telling, we tried to look it up, but we couldn't find out. I was telling Zeno, I said, man, if that's not Johnny Depp, then that is a really good friggin' Johnny Depp impression. The voice is well done. I kept listening to it and going, I can't tell if that's him or if that's somebody, doing the voice. It was really well done. And if I was in a Sea of Thieves, I would be very interested in trying this just because I am a big Jack Sparrow fan. One of my favorite parts of Kingdom Hearts was hanging out with them because I liked the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And that almost tempted me to take a look because I think that's also on Game Pass.
It's free to play.
Well, it's free to. No, it also says Game Pass too specifically. So, but I just don't like Sea of Thieves, and I'm not a big pirate guy. Even though I like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I'm not a pirate guy.
Sea of Thieves has been out for 3 years now, and so this is, I think, I think this is included. This is an expansion to Sea of Thieves, so.
Yeah.
It's going to add a lot of new elements there for anybody who does play Sea of Thieves. But if you're interested, apparently you can get it through the Xbox Game Pass. It's free to play, so.
Hey, there's that game that I was really interested in. Another one that I was kind of like, man, I've heard good things about this game.
Yeah, another one that they brought up, which is Yakuza Like a Dragon.
That's right now.
Now, this game, I think, has already been out for a while. But as of today, I think it came to Game Pass. I actually saw this game a while back and was like, oh, I've played the Yakuza games, and this one's like an RPG. Which, I mean, they're weird games. Don't get me wrong. Don't expect anything serious and expect craziness. But seeing that game style, that game genre being moved over to RPG, it intrigued me. And with it being on Game Pass now, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it out.
It's interesting that I kept watching people praise it and praise it and praise it, and I was like, okay. But I've never played any of the Yakuza games, even though they're almost all of them are on Game Pass now. Problem is I don't know where to start. There's so many. There's like Yakuza 0, Yakuza so many. But this always looked entertaining. I've been told it's very fun. And it's one of those games that I was like, man, I literally remember saying, oh, man, I really wish that would come to Game Pass. And it came to Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, the Yakuza games were sort of GTA-ish. Like,
you could beat someone with a bench.
Yeah.
So a little less GTA, a little more their own thing.
Well, a little more probably. No, there's that other GTA-ish game, but it's a little sillier.
Saints Row.
Saints Row, yeah.
Yes, Saints Row.
So, but yeah, so that's cool. Another game coming to Game Pass.
That looked good. Battlefield 24. I don't even like Battlefield games, and Battlefield 2042 looked good.
Yeah, now this looks like it's going to be one of those arena-style versus games.
It looks way better than no Fortnite and other nonsense,
but
though.
it has a lot of elements going into it. You have a lot of vehicles. You have grappling hook. You have just a lot of interesting looking events. I am curious exactly how the gameplay is going to go on this, but it looked like it could be fun. I've not been a big Battlefield person, like especially Battlefield 4 really sucked, and Battlefield 5 doesn't look like it's going to be much better. But this seems to be going a little different direction than the Battlefield games with this maybe just being a online only type thing. But definitely worth keeping an eye on just to see how it turns out. I occasionally will jump in the arena style games. I played that unknown Player Unknown or whatever it was called.
Not Player Unknown, but yeah, something. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it looked good. I actually rarely catch my eye. I don't play a lot of the war sims. And I had to say that looked like, I was like, wow, if nothing else, it looks great. And
July 22nd, 2021, not that far away. So
yeah, so I was like, all right. And I don't remember if it was Game Pass, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think this one is Game Pass. But with it being a multiplayer arena, I don't know.
Free,
it may be free to play with like microtransaction skins and stuff like that. We'll have to see.
What else we got?
Yeah. I don't see it on the Game Pass list for the announcements. I don't think it is.
Hey, everything can be on Game Pass. Just everything I want to play needs to be, and pretty much is.
But yeah, it says, unlike previous entries in the series, this one won't feature a campaign, focusing instead on telling the story through a live service element. So.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's a live service game, but it looked good. Like, for a live service, surprisingly good graphics and gameplay. 12 minutes is a kind of an indie horror style thing. It looked like definitely would be interesting for people that are into that sort of thing. I mean, you know, a lot of things happen in one room. The voice acting sounded good, like they really tried at it. Now, for those few people out there who remember Psychonauts, they have Psychonauts 2, finally. It's being made, it's being done, and it's coming on Game Pass. And, like, I loved Psychonauts. I always wanted a sequel. You talk about waiting a long time. This is an old game. Like, Psychonauts 2 is way back. Like, oh, my God, way back.
Xbox, like the original Xbox.
Yeah. And,
which I think the original Psychonauts is on Game Pass, so.
Yeah, I believe probably because they've been, you know, good idea to get it out there. But the fact that this is coming out, I would have bought this. So this is once again the Game Pass paying for itself. I would have definitely bought this. So again, a win for them, for me looking and going, I would have paid money to play Psychonauts. I am technically paying money, but my point is they once again presented a game I want. And I just can't get any happier than that. And August 25th, so we're talking about end of summer, like not far out. But every time they do this, they just win me over more because I'm like, there's my money back. Even if they were only going to charge $30, that's 3 months of Game Pass worth the money because I'm getting Psychonauts too. And I'll actually, because Blood Axe will kill me if I don't, I'll actually, make sure that I have some gameplay of me playing Psychonauts. It's a good game to do that on because it's not as, they don't have to worry about the grind. Like when I play RPGs, I'm a little worried about making people watch me grind my character. But Psychonauts is a straightforward game, so that ought to be fun.
All I asked for was for a review of Biomutant.
It's blah. There's your review. It's blah.
Oh.
Meh. There you go. Meh. I should have just sent you a screenshot of meh. It's just been meh. That's my review.
Game Pass is also adding more of the Bethesda catalog to its
all the Fallouts.
Yeah, all the Fallouts.
It's useful because Fallout 76 has got some expansions coming down the pipe.
The original Rage. So some of the older games, if you missed out on and you want to try out, they are hitting Game Pass.
Fallout 3 was good, man. Especially
Fallout 76 is getting a new expansion. I have avoided Fallout 76 like the plague, but I will say now that it's actually got a little more life in it, I may pick it up and try to do some more. Blood Axe is over there shaking his head.
I tried to play it with Blood Axe. That did not go well. If I do play it, I'm not playing it with him because he does not like it. Like it's
it again. No,
it's like carrying around a kid saying, "Are we there yet?" in the back seat.
Yeah, no. After 2 or 3 hours, I deinstalled it. This is not for me. It may be for you, but not for me.
I think I could get into it, but I would need a couple people I know to play. So, like, if somebody else plays it, I'll jump back in because it wasn't terrible. It did feel like Fallout. I mean, it is annoying when other people, like, the only thing that I had to agree with them on is when other people showed up with, like, rocket launchers, like level 60 or whatever, high-level people showed up with rocket launchers, started blowing everything away. That was a bit annoying because, I won't lie, I'm used to playing Fallout one player. So if I don't ask you to come help me, I kind of don't want you to. So I will admit, I'm very antisocial. Like, I only want to play with people that I've asked to play with me, and that was slightly vexing. Especially when they launched nukes shortly after we started up. Like, we hear, like, the nuclear. And I was just like, and when that happened, I said, well, I know Blood Axe is annoyed now. They're launching nukes. I was just like, okay. Like, if you could get your own server, I'd be willing to pay a minimal fee for my own server just for Dicejunkies and our fans.
That is something I've heard a lot with Fallout 76 is the want to just do your own thing and not include other people.
I'd love to have a Dicejunkie server and send it out to our followers and be like, yo, this is our server. It's just us. You know what I'm saying? And
that's a different story. Now, if that was an option, that I would play. That would just be me and, you two and my son and our audience. But not when you have these random jackasses doing stupid shit.
You don't think our audience would be random jackasses?
Yeah, but if that's small number, you just boot their ass out. Like, all right, man, you're out.
Well, I mean, as long as we set expectations, here are the rules. Don't be a jackass, and have fun. But if you want to do something stupid, then you lose your access privileges.
I mean, honestly, I would just have areas you could be a jack. So it's kind of be like, hey, look, man, these are safe zones. People want to build their bases here. Don't be a dick here. Now you go over there, anything goes. You know it's us. There's got to be an anything goes zone where, like, you walk over there, anything goes. But, like, I'm so antisocial that just having people walking around while I'm trying to build my base being nosy was pissing me off. I'm, like, trying to build a wall, and somebody walks up, and I'm like, hey, get the hell out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just as embarrassing. You're watching my little level 2 ass build a shack, just a hole. You remember what I had? I just had a platform. I just had like a platform, like one wall. I only had enough wood for one wall.
And then you came to my area. I had like a ladder and steel girder flooring.
Well, this bastard walks in the game and just finds like the first thing he finds is like a tier 4 blueprint. He's just like, hey, I found a blueprint for the best shotgun in the game. I was like, you mean shotguns? Like, I like. He's like, yeah. and he couldn't give it to me or nothing. And what did I found? I found a blueprint to make like a toilet. I was like, wow, Blood Axe Luck, famous Blood Axe Luck. He's just finding blueprints everything he opens. He's walking around. He's already got a laser gun. He just found a laser gun. He walked in there and was like, oh, I found a laser gun. I was like, I've got a pipe pistol with 3 bullets. I've been wielding a board with a nail in it. He's the luckiest son of a gun, man. Like, I'm telling you.
All right. The next up is Party Animals. This was something that I knew nothing about.
It's the successor to Fall Guys. Well, not really Fall Guys, but what was that game? Fall Guys, I think is a game everybody played. It's a party versus game. It's a party game. You go, you knock each other out of the stage. It's actually really funny. No, I've watched Lord Minion 66 Wade and his friends play it, and Markiplier and them, and I think 8-Bit Ryan maybe, but I know mainly Wade and his boys played it. And it's fun.
It looked silly. It was a little too furry for me.
Human Fall Down, that's the actual name of it. It's Human Fall Down was the game that this is essentially a successor to. But believe it or not, I think if you played it, you'd actually like it. I think you'd be shocked. You'd probably have a good time for a party. Now, it's not anything that I would put money into, which is good because I believe it's also Game Pass.
Yeah. I found that amusing. I chuckled.
Like throwing the guy into the oven.
Sounds like a poor man's version of Smash Bros.
I mean, it is in that vein. It is essentially a 3D style Smash Bros type of game, and I've seen some really fun gameplay of it. And there's a lot more boards apparently on it now since the last time. I expect I'll see Wade and them playing it again. I expect they'll probably be jumping back on. Jacksepticeye and all that, and I'm looking forward to it. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to run across them if I jump on Game Pass.
This could be one of our Friday night games when we take a break from our tabletops and just want to do something stupid and drink alcohol. We could play Party Animals.
It's Game Pass.
True.
You can put it on the Xbox.
That would be something you would actually be able to join in from us remotely with.
Oh, that would be awesome. Drunk. Oh, yeah. That is a good drunk game.
Every time you lose, you take a drink.
I'm going to be drunk before I start. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have to drink beforehand because we'll never make it through.
Oh, and then, of course, Hades is coming to Game Pass, which has been a huge success.
I've been wanting to play this, and I've been eyeballing literally looking at it in the store. And then Game Pass again. Like I said, it's like these suckers are just, watching my activity and going down my wish list. I can't believe this is hitting Game Pass. I'm looking forward to this. Actually, Blood Axe, you'll like this, too. If you like Dead Cells, you will like this. This is a Dead Cells roguelike game, but better.
This would be up my alley if I had nothing else, or no one was on to play games with, and I wanted to play something. But yeah, this is definitely a more, I would say, a better version of Dead Cells, although it's top down and not side scroller, so there's a little bit of a different gameplay. But it looks like a version of Diablo that you would actually play.
Yes, I have been watching videos of this, and I'm eager. James Stephanie Sterling has been quite fond of this game. They played it a lot and praised it. And honestly, everything I've seen of this, it looked incredible, and I've really wanted to play this.
Yeah. So that'll be coming to Xbox and Game Pass on August 13th.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
Phenomena.